Hello everyone, this is Sick Just Talking. Sorry for the stuffy nose version of me, but I had caught some virus over the weekend and I am currently trying to recover. But I wanted to talk about this new challenge I set for myself, randomly inspired yesterday, that I am going to draw a GR86, or also known as the Subaru BRZ, or I guess the Scion FRS, for 30 days. And I guess there are 3 reasons why I am doing this. But the first reason is this is actually my favorite car since high school. I fell in love with the Scion FRS since then, and I've always wanted one, but I cannot because I'm poor. But the second reason is drawing cars has always been the bane of my existence, and by that I mean I've always struggled with drawing cars. It's just there's something about the perspective or the fact that it's so technical, and I could never get it right. So I wanted to, set myself for 30 days and try to draw a freaking car and maybe hopefully perfect it by the end. But I guess that will lead up to the third reason. Guess I've never really been a consistent person in terms of anything. And I wanted to see if I can do at least one thing consistently, which is drawing something that I really love for 30 days and try to get better at it. So that is my, I guess I wouldn't want to say 2025 resolution, but maybe one of them. And hopefully that could snowball me into being a more consistent person. I do have some big life changes coming up, and I hope that will roll into these big life changes smoothly. So enough yapping. This is actually the first drawing that I did, which was on February 25th. Going into my first drawing, I didn't really have high expectations for myself. Because I already knew I suck at drawing cars, and I think the objectives, I wrote them down, but I guess here it is: draw GR86 every single day for 30 days and review and analyze how to improve. And then I guess the timeline really is 30 days or until I'm satisfied, so whichever one is shorter. But yeah, I also chose the GR86 Hakone edition as my reference photo, which I will be using the same reference photo every single day for consistency, is because I got to see it in person at the Toronto Auto Show last week, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But that aside, thoughts on the first day. Didn't go in with much expectations, but I had the expectations of struggling, and a lot of the struggles are with distancing between, like, I guess the windshield and the grill and the hood, even the door and this side, and acknowledging that these things should be parallel. So one thing I noticed that it's really helpful to use lines when drawing really technical things. And yeah, you can see all the orange scribbles. And another thing I noticed is that the hood itself is not just a flat piece of metal, but they had divots. So I kind of drew it out here for correction. Like, I need to be cognizant of the spacing between the hood and, I guess, whatever, the headlight. And there were some details that I've obviously missed the first time around, so I kind of corrected it in the orange. And by doing so, by doing this assessment, I wanted to keep that in mind for the next day. So I'll just move on to day 2, which is today. Oddly enough, I was less satisfied with today's drawing. I think it still looks wonky, but I think the whole purpose of this challenge is to understand that I'm not going to get better in one day. And obviously not. There's still a lot of corrections that need to be made. And you can see all my notes that I had made. So I guess starting with the main struggles is drawing the tires. The tires are always so hard. I don't know why. They're just circles. Okay, they're not, but I think it's I don't know what you call these things. I'm also not very good at knowing technical terms, but these thingies on the tire, because they're angled differently, so you have to think about like the perspective a lot, and that's what I struggled with. And in the reference photo, this tire is actually like turned to face the front, so the perspective is also kind of wonky, and I had a lot of trouble drawing the shape of that. And recurring issue is the distancing of things, whether that's the height of the windshield or this thing. So yeah, it's all really similar issues I had with the first day, but I try to keep in mind of the different planes and all the details I missed previously. It took me a bit longer today to draw it because I was trying to really assess the reference photo and try to get things more accurate. But I think taking a long time also bogged me down a bit. And if I just flip here. Oh, and I guess another thing is like my entire car is like slanted this way. But I think it's attributable to the fact that my car is so stuffed to the right, but I made a note that like maybe I should shift the structure a bit left and try to center it more so this part isn't as squished. Yeah, because like right here I don't have much space to like really show the shape, and now it just looks really compressed, so that does not look good. And also just being cognizant of like, not everything is so slanted. It's a bit more angular, and then this part is a little bit flatter, and this part should be kind of parallel to the top part, and then ultimately this part should be shorter as well. And I guess because the actual photo is a realistic photo of the car, and there's going to be a lot of shadows and rendering, which for me, I'm focusing on the structure for the first 3 days because, whoops, that is the part where I have the most issue with. So all those shadows and things would make it look less wonky as well if I had shaded it in, but that would be a future endeavor of mine, maybe by day 10. I don't know. But yeah, these are some of my thoughts for the first 2 days. Yeah, thanks for listening to me yap. If you have any comments, please let me know. Yeah, see ya.